And here we go. All right, guys, welcome to Yogalates. Great to see you all again. Always appreciate you coming and stretching with me. We're going to start off in child's pose. Go ahead and get to the back edge of your mat. Take one knee down at a time. I like to have my feet together and my knees kind of wider for child's pose, but you play around with it. In fact, on this first one, I'm going to ask you just kind of roll the hips and knees side to side as you stretch your arms out and start sinking down into your mat. Let's take 3 breaths. I like to go in the nose and either out the mouth or out the nose, but you breathe freely. I think in the nose works best, and exhale out the mouth or out the nose, reaching out through the fingers as we rock the hips side to side. You might even start feeling a little stretch in your lats. Just keep moving side to side as you sink down. Reach those fingers out. Get as deep into your mat as you can. 2 more breaths. Here we go. Find that perfect spot. Reach the fingers out. Fold back onto your heels as deep as you can. Press your chest down to the mat. Sorry, I turn that music down just a little bit. Let's take 1 more breath. Make sure those arms are out in front of you as far as you can. We're going to go right to Cobra. Bring your head chest forward. Lift your head up, pull your shoulders back as you flex the hips. Of course, if high Cobra is too much, here's where you go to modify low Cobra, or just don't press up as high if you're on the hand. So here we go. Whatever Cobra your back is okay with. 3 breaths. Guess what? We're going to add some twists in with this to move the shoulders side to side. Move the shoulders side to side. Keep the head chest tall. Put all your weight on your arms. Your legs are heavy and loose. And we're just twisting through the hips and trunk. We're moving the spine around good. Flexing the hips gently into the floor. Squeezing your glutes in. Abs are tight. Keep that head up tall. Let's take 1 more breath in our Cobra twist. We're going to do that 1 more time. Push back, child's pose. Stretch the arms out. See if you can sink a little deeper. 3 breaths, head, chest down. Fold into your mat. Reach the arms out. I told you we're going to start a little slower today, but we'll build that energy up as we go. Don't you worry. We're going to move. 2 breaths. Squeeze the shoulder blades as you push your head, chest out. We're stretching the back and the spine. 1 more breath before we go to our Cobra, whichever variation works for you. Head, chest forward. Bring the hips to the mat. Make sure your legs are as flat as you can get them. Here we go. High Cobra with twists or low Cobra on the elbows with just a hold. 3 breaths. That's our theme. 3 breaths. Moving a little bit more this time. If you feel ready to. Make this your flow. If you're looking for more restorative flow, you take things slow, you modify. If you want to be a little more progressive, move more with me. Up to you. Last breath. We're going to go ahead and get our cat-cows done. Okay, come back to table pose. Sticking with the spine theme for a bit here. As much flexion up as you can. When you go to that cat pose, draw your stomach in and up. Round your shoulders. Look at your belly button. Squeeze your glutes in. Press into your mat. On your breath, when we go to cow, lift the head high. Pull the shoulders back. Extend or arch your back down as low as you can. Keep the arms straight. Here we go. Up to cat. Keep trying to get higher and lower. Release the cow, lift the head high, arch the back down, pull your shoulder blades back, but make sure your arms stay straight. Here we go, up to cat. Use your breath. Release the cow. We're gonna do 2 more. Find your rhythm, keep trying to get higher and lower. Here we go, up to cat. Draw your abs in and up, round the shoulders, look at your belly button, arch the back as high as you can. On your breath, go to cow. Lift the head as high as you can, arch the back down. 1 more time, as much movement as you can from the neck to the tailbone. Last cat. And good, release. Last cow. Excellent. Let's give the wrists a little break. Modified downward facing dog. Extend your arms out in front of you as far as you can, wider than the shoulders. Open your hands really wide. Bring your forehead down to your mat. Reach out through your fingers. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Think about pushing your butt back without letting your hands move. We're stretching the chest, front of the shoulders, upper back. 2 more breaths. Keep sinking that butt back without letting your hands move. We're reaching out through those fingers as far as you can. Make sure your arms are wider than your shoulders. You should feel a really good stretch through your chest. Pull your shoulder blades together and press your hands really firmly into the floor. Let's take 1 more breath into it. All right, good. This is a good song for what's about to happen next. We're gonna take it up just a notch, a little more of the lattes coming in here. Come to modified dolphin, bring your elbows to the mat. We're gonna do a alternating scorpion kicks. That sounds scary, it's really not. Extend one leg back straight with a soft knee. Let's start with the right leg. Put your right leg back. Make sure you have some room around you. Don't kick the lamp over. Reach around and up to your opposite side. So the right leg is reaching around and up to the left side. We're gonna go 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee back under. Left leg coming up. Nice and slow. Not about speed. Scorpion kick. Left leg. We're keeping a soft knee. We're reaching through the toes. 3, 2, 1. Back down to dolphin. Here we go. Right leg up. On your breath. Inhale and exhale. Reaching a little further each time. Let your hips turn. You should feel a good pull in front of the hip. Here we go. Back down to dolphin. Left leg. Scorpion kick. Stay fluid. Fluid, precise movements with the breath. Here we go, down to dolphin. We're gonna do a nice big set of these, reaching, right leg up and around. Feel the stretch in the hip flexors, squeeze your glutes, back of the hips. Here we go, down to dolphin. Abs are in tight, always left leg coming up. This is a variation of a scorpion pose. I call it a scorpion kick. Here we go, down to dolphin. We're gonna do 2 more on each side after this right leg. Here we go, right leg, 2 more each side. Reach, 3, 2, 1. Come down, dolphin. Here we go, left leg coming up, reaching back and up and around to the opposite side through the toes. 1 more each side. Here we go, back to dolphin. Last one on the right, reach, reach, reach. Let those hips twist. Keep the arms stationary and down. Squeeze your backside, come down to dolphin. Last one, left leg. Reach, reach, reach. Squeeze your glutes. Stretch the front. Come back to dolphin. Push back into our recovery child's pose. Sink deeper. Here we go. 3 breaths. We're going to restore and recover. 3 breaths. Sink down. Stretch the arms out. Always trying to get deeper into our mat. When we go to child's pose, 2 breaths, in the nose, out the mouth, or out the nose. Nice, big, deep belly breaths. 2 more, get lots of oxygen in. So as you can see, we moved on from the spine and back, the stretches. We're now on the hip girdle. We're gonna stretch the hip flexors and hamstrings together. How is that possible? I'm gonna show you. Total opposite sides of the leg. Sit up tall. We start in forward low lunge. Let me bring the left leg forward first. Let's bring the left leg forward. Make sure you have a big angle at the knee because I'd like you to see what we're going to do here. We're going to go crescent forward low lunge. We're going to hold it for 3 breaths on this first one. Head, chest high. Reach the arms back. Lean the hips forward. Here's where we're stretching. Hip flexors, quads, all the way up into the abdomen. 2 breaths. Perfect posture. Reaching up. Make sure your arms are in line with your ears. Pull the shoulders back. 1 more breath. Then we're going to go to modified triangle fold. We're going to push back. We're going to extend that front left leg straight. You're going to take your hands either to your thigh, to your shin, or to the floor. Lock the knee. Flex your toes. Lengthen every muscle you can in the back of the leg before you fold all the way down. 3 breaths. On those exhales, we take it a little bit deeper to the knee. 2 breaths. We're going to put those together. We're going to move. Make sure you're comfortable on your knees. We're going to be on the knees for a little bit here. Roll your mat up, put a towel under, whatever you got to do. Okay, here we go. Take a breath in. Head, chest high. Come forward. Crescent. Low lunge. Push the hips a little bit deeper, a little bit further. 3, 2, 1. Modified triangle fold. Find your position where you feel strong and fluid. 3, 2, 1. Crescent forward, low lunge. Reaching up, push the hips forward. 3, 2, 1. On your breath, push back. Bring the hands down wherever you need to. Fold to the knees. Stretch the hamstrings. 2, 1. Let's do 2 more cycles. Here we go. Up tall, crescent, forward, low lunge. We are moving those hips, stretching and moving. And on your breath, modified triangle, fold to the knee a little deeper each time. We're going to do it 1 more time. Here we go. Bring it tall, forward, low lunge with the arms up and back. 3, 2, 1. Last modified triangle, fold to the knee. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good. Come forwards. Keep that left leg forward. Drop your right hand to the floor. Modified reverse triangle. Left arm is coming up. We have that left foot forward still. All I did was take my right hand to the floor, leaning my hips forward, and then I'm reaching behind. Turn your head, look up your left arm. Take 3 breaths. Pretend like there's a wall behind you. You're trying to get your back as flat against that imaginary wall as you can. Arms are somewhat in line. Turn your head, look up your left arm, reach to the sky. 2 more breaths. Reaching up and back a little bit further on each breath. Let's take 1 more breath to it. Oh, there we go. Great. Bring that left hand down to join your right. Draw your left leg back. Sink to child's pose. Let's give the knees a break. Fold down, restore, recover. Let's take the energy all the way back down. 3 breaths. As yoga and mat Pilates really go well together. Gives us opportunities to stretch, to restore, get that body awareness. 2 more breaths. Feel free to move around through any position we're in here. Stretch your arms out, move the hips if you want to, or just recover and relax. 1 more breath. We're going to do that same sequence on the other side. Sit up tall. Hero pose, right? Like you're getting knighted by the king. Bring the right foot forward. Here we go. Crescent. That just means reach up and back. Bring the arms up and back. Then lean the hips forward. We're going to do 3 breaths on this first one. Leaning a little deeper on those exhales. Abs are in tight always. Head, chest tall, reaching to the sky. Pulling the shoulders back, reaching up. Sorry, I'm having a little issue with my microphone. There we go. 2 breaths. 1 more breath before we go to modified triangle position. Push back slowly. Extend the legs straight. Lock the knee, flex the toes. Position 1, hands on the thigh and you fold to the knee. Position 2, hands on the shin or ankle. Position 3, hands all the way to the floor. Find one that works for you. I want you to feel strong so that you can focus on folding and stretching. 3 breaths. Do not bend that knee. Don't steal range of motion from the knee. We want to stretch the hamstrings. We can't do that properly with a bent knee. Let's take 2 more breaths on this first one. Keep taking your nose to your knee. 1 more breath. We're going to put them together. All right, modify as needed. Here we go. On your breath, sit up tall. Bring the arms up. Lean the hips forward. 3, 2, 1. On your breath, extend the legs straight. Fold a little deeper to the knee. 3, 2, 1. We got 4 more. Here we go. Head, chest high. Move your legs as needed to feel strong. 2, 1. Fold to the knee. Stay fluid. Use the breath. 3, 2, 1. 3 more. Here we go. Reaching higher, leaning a little more forward. 3, 2, 1. Folding a little deeper to the knee. 3, 2, 1. 2 more cycles. Here we go. Head, chest up. Reach. Lean the hips. 3, 2, 1. As fluid as you can. Fold down to the knee. 3, 2. One more time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Fold to the knee. Deep as you can. Carefully. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Bend the knee. Come forward. Low lunge. Take the left hand to the floor, somewhere under your chest shoulder area. On your breath, bring the right arm up. Remember that imaginary wall is behind you. We're pushing our back flat against it. Make sure that right knee doesn't want to turn out. Keep the knee in front of the hip as you twist. If that knee turns out, you're still in range of motion. 3 breaths. Turn your head, look up your right arm as you reach behind you and up to the sky. 2 breaths. It's hard to keep that knee in because we're stretching. All this is getting stretched as we twist. 1 more breath. We're going to go 1 more child's pose. Bring the right hand down. Put your weight on your hands. Draw the right leg back. Sink back, stretch your arms out. We're going to get off the knees after this. I know all of you have taken this class at one point or another with me. We do spend a good amount of time on the knees. And like I've said in the past, if you're on a hard floor in your house, I really encourage you to layer your mat up. Buy a second or third mat or buy a really thick mat. It's not good to kneel on hard surfaces for long periods of time. Number 1 cause of knee bursitis. I've seen it a lot. 1 more breath. Okay, sit yourself up. Have a seat on your butt by just swinging your legs out in front of you. We're going to get off the knees, give those a break. And we're going to move on. We're going to start with a modified boat pose hold, to forward spine stretch. Arms are going to be extended straight out from the shoulders. We're going to lock the knees. Keep the legs really firm and flat on the floor. Flex your toes towards you for a bonus stretch. Take a breath in, lean back slowly. Yep, peel the back. Don't lay down. Just lean back just until you start feeling your core and abs kicking in. Let's take 3 breaths. Reach out through your fingers as you lean back. Keep the feet down. Just waking the abs up. 1 more big breath in. On your exhale, forward spine stretch. Reach out through the fingers, fold to the knees. 3 breaths. Reaching, folding a little deeper without bending the knees. Look at the curve in my back. That is a big spine stretch right there. Reach out through the hands as you fold down to your knees. Round the shoulders and back. Keep the legs perfectly straight. 1 more breath. We're going to put those together just like we did with our forward low lunge and modified triangle fold. Here we go. Inhale, roll the back. Maybe a little further this time. 3, 2, 1. On your exhale, forward spine stretch. Folding a little deeper. 3, 2, 1. 3 more. Inhale, roll back. Modified boat pose. 3, 2, 1. On your exhale, forward spine stretch. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Inhale, modified boat pose. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, forward spine stretch. Folding deeper, reaching further. 3, 2, 1 more time. Inhale, roll back deep as you can without laying down and without the feet lifting. 3, 2, 1. Forward spine stretch. Reach. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay. Bring yourself up. Make sure you have room behind you. Roll the back down using your abs or go to your side, however you can get yourself flat. Make sure you have room behind you and below you because we're going to go right into good morning. This is very typical in these flows I do. As soon as we get flat, I want to open the whole body up. I want to just decompress everything. We're reaching back through the fingers as far as you can, getting as flat as you can. We're reaching down through the toes. 3 breaths. Abs are in tight. We're getting everything as long as we can. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath before we go to cradle. Get as small as you can. Bring the knees to your chest, 1 at a time if you need to. Hug them down as firmly as you can so your tailbone lifts. Push your chest into your knees. Turn yourself into the smallest little ball you can. 3 breaths. Getting smaller and smaller on your exhales. 1 more breath. Good. Relax your head, neck down. Keep the knees at your chest. Here comes more classic mat Pilates. We're going to go into corkscrews. This is one of the original 30 classic Joseph Pilates exercises. We're going to bring the feet as high above your hips as you can, as straight as you can. If you got really tight hamstrings, this is going to be a difficult position for you to get to here. What I want you to do is to just keep your knees soft and bring them down a little bit as needed. You're going to squeeze your feet together. So we're squeezing the feet together the whole time. Put your arms to your sides, wherever's comfortable, palms down. And I want you to just start doing a nice little circle. You're reaching through the toes to the ceiling, and we're keeping the feet together. It doesn't matter what direction you're going. We're going to do both. My guess is you're going clockwise. We're keeping the abs in tight. It's not a huge circle. It's a little below the hips and then over the chest stomach. A little below the hips, over the chest stomach. Abs tight. We're activating, working the quads, the hip flexors, rectus abdominis. 3 more. We're going to switch directions. Keep your abs in and your back nice and flat on the floor. 2 more. Use the breath. 1 more time. And here we go. Opposite direction. Modify as needed. Rest as needed. Again, if you're looking for a more restorative flow today, too much turkey, you need to take it easy. Bring the knees to the chest. Hold off. We'll be moving on shortly. Nice, smooth circles. Warming up the hip flexors, abs, lengthening the hamstrings. Squeeze the abs in as you circle the feet over the chest stomach. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring the knees to the chest. Hug them down firmly. Massage the back and spine. Side to side. 3 breaths. Restore. Recharge. Take the energy all the way back down to 0. Feel better already. 2 breaths. 1 more breath. We're going to go single lying hip twist. That's another one I pretty much always do in my Yogalates class. Keep your right knee up over your hip. Extend the left leg down straight. I want you to keep that right knee bent at 90 degrees so we focus all of the stretch on the back of the hip. As soon as you extend the knee straight, now we're going to be stretching more of the hamstrings and IT band. So keep that knee bent at 90. Take the right hand straight out to your side with your palm up. Use your left hand to the outside of that right knee to start taking it over to the opposite left side. Keep that right shoulder down. Don't steal range of motion by letting the shoulder lift. Great stretch. Posterior hip into the low back. Glutes, piriformis, erector spinae. 2 breaths. Turn that music down just a hair. I hope that wasn't too loud in the class. Some of these songs get a little louder, a little higher energy. Some of them are a little lower, a little softer energy. 1 more breath. Oh, perfect. Love that. Come back to the center. Extend the right leg down straight. Bring your left knee up, bent at 90. Left arm out to your side with the palm up. Turn your head and look down your left arm even. It helps to anchor that shoulder. Quick mic pack adjustment, and here we go. Oh, take it slow. I'm sure you all are getting good body awareness from doing this stuff. You know that you probably have a side that's tighter than the other. So take things slow when you get to those areas that are a little more overactive and tight. Use your breath to work through those sticking points every week. Let's take one more breath over. Good. Come back to the center, nice and slow. Extend your left leg down straight to join your right. We're going to just do a quick little Shavasana. Then we're going to end with some nice gentle neck stretches. Put your legs down so your toes are out and your heels are in. Rest your arms to your sides with your palms up. Go ahead and close your eyes. Let's take 5 really nice, long, deep belly breaths all the way in the nose, all the way out the mouth or nose. Here we go. 4 more, longer and deeper as you go. 3 more. 2 more, big, long, deep belly breaths, letting everything get heavy. On each exhale, 1 more nice, big, long, deep belly breath all the way in the nose, every bit of air you can. And all the way out, every bit of air. Great. Bring your arms behind you. 1 more big good morning. Stretch, reach back through the fingers, down through the toes, open everything up. In fact, grab your left wrist with your right hand, and as you reach back, do a nice big bend and reach to your right. So we're pulling that left wrist to the right. We're just stretching the lats out, really kind of just moving that stretch around a bit. Take a big breath into it. Big bend and reach to your right. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Bend at your waist to the left as you reach over and back. Take a couple breaths to it. Reach down through the toes, bending at the waist, reaching to the opposite side. 1 more breath, and we're going to sit up. Okay. Any way you can, sit yourself up and get into a cross-legged position. Make sure you can see me okay. And we're just going to stretch the neck out a little bit. Let's take the left hand to the right side of your head. Take your right hand to the floor next to you, and I want you to pull your right shoulder down to the floor. And very carefully, make sure you're sitting up tall. Don't lean forward. So right hand to the floor, and we're pulling that right shoulder down to anchor and counter the stretch. And we're just going to gently assist by pulling the head towards the left hip down and to the side, roughly towards your left hip. 2 breaths. Just notice my neck was still tight. We didn't really do any kind of neck stretching today, so we're going to finish with just a nice little neck stretch. 1 more breath. Please be careful when we do neck stretches. Okay, great. Take the left hand to your floor. Pull the left shoulder down, but sit up tall. Take the right hand to the left side of your head and gently pull towards your right hip. So we're stretching the neck extensors, upper trapezius, all those muscles in the back of the neck, base of the neck to the upper back. 2 more breaths. Keep pulling that left shoulder down. We're actually stretching from both ends here. 1 more breath. We're going to do a couple of quick neck rolls in each direction. Okay, come back to center, and you can just rest your hands anywhere on your knees is fine. Take your chin to your chest. Roll the left ear over to your left shoulder. Take a breath in, look up and back high to the sky. On your exhale, take the right ear to the right shoulder, chin back to the chest. Let's do that 1 more time. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Look up high to the sky. Exhale, right ear down to right shoulder, chin back to the chest. Let's go opposite direction. Right ear to right shoulder. Inhale. Look up high to the sky. Exhale, left ear down to left shoulder, chin back to the chest. 1 more time to finish your flow, guys. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. Look high to the sky. Exhale, left ear down to left shoulder. Bring your chin back to your chest. Bring your head up. And that is where we're going to stop our Yogalates flow today. I'm going to come pause our recording so you have that for future. I always appreciate you all coming and stretching with me. I'm going to turn your audio on, or ask you to, if you have anything you'd like to say. It's a coming. There we go. All right, guys, if you want to